Good evening. Welcome to our annual Rowland Showcase. To start us off today, we will have our kindergartners followed by our first, second, and third graders. I ask that all our parents remain seated throughout our performance so that everyone has an audience. I also want to remind you a couple of things, that we do have our fire exits in the event that there is an emergency. Please exit quickly and quietly. We will make sure that we take care of your children in the event of emergency and get them out as well. I would like to take this opportunity in his absence to thank Mr. Kenyon Harrington, who is the principal at Brush High School, for allowing us to use the PAC. Could you imagine us all being in the Rowland Gym? Yeah, that would have been great. But I do appreciate Brush High School and their support, their administration and their support. We also want to thank our superintendent, Linda N. Reed, for her support as well. Just a couple of reminders. Each of our grade levels are at a location where you drop them off. That is where you will pick them up at the conclusion of the performance. Please make sure that you sign your child out. Please do not just grab them. We want to make sure that each kid is accounted for. I ask that you sit back and enjoy our third annual Rowland Showcase.
Good evening. Thank you so much for coming. This is our kindergarten class, and they have been very excited to learn songs about all kinds of things and learning how music can celebrate all kinds of things. And the first song you're going to hear celebrates their new school, and it's called At Rowland, You're Special. At Rowland, you're special. We're helpful, respectful. You'll grow and get smarter. At Rowland, you're special each day. We're helpful, respectful. You'll grow and get smarter. At Rowland, you're special each day. We also learned that music can celebrate where we live, and we're very, very proud to live in America. And so this song celebrates our flag and everything that our country stands for, and it's called Red, White, and Blue. And you'll see the kindergartners doing a bit of American Sign Language for you as well.
Sing for our country.
The kindergartners have one more song to share with you. And since tonight's theme is all about jazz, kindergartners have been learning about where jazz music came from and important jazz artists and the fact that improvisation is important and you can scat and you can bring your own flavor to the music. And we're happy to celebrate jazz, especially during African American History Month. And we are ready to show you Jazz Cats. Do some scatting for you. You guys ready? Here we go. Dwee dooby doo bop. Dwee dooby doo bop. Doo doo dooby doo. Doo doo dooby doo. Dwee dooby doo bop. Dwee dooby doo bop. Doo doo dooby doo. Doo doo dooby doo. Tweet tweet tweet. We're the Jazz Cats.
Let's give another round of applause for our kindergartners. The Jazz Cats. I like that. Nice job, boys and girls. Awesome. You did a fabulous job. Another round of applause.
Before we get started with the second portion of our program, I do want to alert you to some of the artwork that you saw on the way in. We've been doing a collaboration with art class and music class as we've been learning the history of jazz and the artists that made the genre famous. In art class, they have been creating in the style of Romare Bearden. And you can see some artwork displayed as you came into the PAC. And we're very, very thankful that our arts program at Rowland is strong and collaborative and that students do such great work. So Romare Bearden's claim to fame was his collage work, and he used jazz and folk music as an influence. So we were glad to share that aspect with students. We will have our welcome by Jamil Miller, and then we'll start our show.
Hello, my name is Jamil Miller, and I am a Rowland third grader. Welcome to this year's Gotta Be Jazz. Are you ready for some jazz? Yeah! Are you ready for some jazz? Yeah! Well, here we go.
What's that sound? Do you hear it?
Yes, I see it. It sounds like something brand new.
It sounds like nothing I ever heard before.
It sounds to me like they're just making it up as they go along.
Well, maybe there are, but it sounds old but fresh.
Honest and real.
African and American.
I think they're just making it up.
Well, it sounds old but fresh, honest and real African American.
like they're just making it up.
It has to be.
It ought to be.
It's gotta be jazz.
Most people agree that jazz music gets its roots from the songs the slaves that used to sing as they were working in the field.
Of course, the music had a lot of African influence, and since most of the slaves were from Africa.
It also incorporated sounds of the Caribbean islands.
Did you know that New Orleans was the first place that slaves were allowed to make their music in public?
No wonder people think of that great city as the birthplace of jazz.
The whole world woke up to jazz around 1917, when the original Dixieland Jazz Band released its first record.
F. Scott Fitzgerald called the 1920s the jazz age.
People started singing the blues.
But wait a minute. I'm confused. Is it blues, jazz, or are they just making it up?
Blues, ragtime, Dixieland. If it's any of these, it's gotta be jazz.
Won't you come along with me to the Mississippi? We'll take a boat to the land of dreams, then down the river down to New Orleans. Oh, friends, let them greet us. We'll take the place where the folks all meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street. Basin Street is the street where the elite will always meet. In New Orleans, land of dreams, the street is where we'll always meet. You gotta go there to meet the elite. Down in New Orleans, the land of dreams. You know what I mean.
Quickly spread up the Mississippi River to St. Louis and even Chicago.
The great thing about jazz is that it just continues to grow and change.
Today people can take almost any song they know and add jazz elements to it to make it sound like a jazz song.
Really? Any song?
Sure, what's your favorite?
Well, whenever I'm feeling just a little bit down, there's a song I like to sing about my favorite things. It almost always makes me feel a whole lot better.
Is she for real? Well, let's give it a jazz waltz feel, and maybe your favorite song can become part of the story of jazz.
Do you really think so?
It's worth a try if it's about taking music a risk, you know?
It's gotta be jazz. Detroit, Philadelphia, and New York City.
Eventually, it even headed west. Travel my way, take the highway, that's the best.
Hey, that sounds like a song.
It is a song, and it ended up being a jazz standard about the highway that everybody used to travel as they headed west to seek their fortunes at the end of the road.
You mean someone wrote a song about a road?
Sure, in jazz music, you can write a song that is just about anything.
Like the A Train?
A caravan?
A sentimental move? The A Train, a caravan, a sentimental move? Well then, I guess you might as well write a song about a highway.
Travel my way, take the high.
like the waltz?
Not exactly.
How about the foxtrot?
Not quite what I had in mind.
The rumba?
No.
The cha-cha?
No thanks.
The Dougie?
Watch it.
Hold everything, everybody. If it's dance music you want, then dance music you'll get. But when it comes to jazz, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that. What?
Swing. What?
Swing.
What?
Swing.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
What good is melody? What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet?
It ain't the melody. It ain't the music. There's something else that makes us It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It ain't no different. We are right, no different. To get that little everything you got. Our rhythm, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
So that's jazz.
Well, that was jazz.
What do you mean that was jazz?
What I mean is that jazz isn't finished yet and never will be.
That's right. Jazz music is only a little finished yet, and 100 years old, and it's always changing. Who knows what it might sound like in another 100 years?
You mean they're still making it up?
Exactly. But whether you're here in New Orleans or New York,
Rio de Janeiro, Bombay,
Melbourne or Cape Town,
If the sound you hear is full of surprise and honesty,
strength and improvisation,
sadness and joy,
then it has to be.
it ought to be. It's gotta be.
jazz!
Let's give all of our students and soloists a round of applause. They were fantastic! Thank you so much for coming tonight. I know Mrs. Bussey has final remarks, but I want to thank all of you for bringing your students out and for coming out to support them, all of the Rowland staff that are here assisting tonight. Let's give the kids one more round of applause. They deserve it.
Come on, we can do better than that. This is Rowland! Woo-hoo! Nice job, that's right.
Thank you, Miss Sumlin, for all the hard work with the showcase.
Thank you, Madison. Boys and girls, once again, you did a fabulous job. Every year you seem to impress me more and more with your talent. I know that I'm very proud of you, and I'm sure that your parents and your family that are out in the audience are very proud of you too. This definitely could not have happened without the support of our Rowland faculty and staff. So I want to give them a round of applause for coming and supporting as well. We also would like to thank Miss Johnstone from Greenview. She also assisted, and we appreciate, as well as Mr. Bubnow and ABTV. This will be filmed, will be rolling on Channel 22. We also will have CDs available for you, and we will send information home if you would like to purchase one. As I think about boys and girls, I'm sorry, first graders. As I think about Mrs. Sumlin and all the hard work that she puts into this, she truly is amazing. To only see these students for 40 minutes once a week and to be able to pull this off, she deserves another round of applause. I also would like to thank Mr. Miller, our assistant principal at Rowland, for assisting as well. And then I also want to thank each and every one of you for allowing us to be a part of your children's lives. We do appreciate you as well, so give yourselves a round of applause. At this time, we are going to prepare for our dismissal. As a reminder, our students will go back to their designated classroom. We ask that parents remain seated so that we don't have a mad rush, that we allow our students to get back to the classroom safely, and then we will dismiss from there to allow you to go and pick up your child so they can go home and do all that homework. Okay, I'm just playing. All right, I'm just kidding. Don't tell your teachers I said it. But don't tell them. I'll talk to them in the morning, okay?